All right, in exercise 16-39, we're going to calculate the sales volume variances, the sales quantity variances, and the sales mix variances. And so we have a performing arts center with a capacity of 7,500 seats. 2,000 are the center seats, 2,500 are side seats, and 3,000 are balcony seats. The actual sales are given in a table below. We see the ticket price for the center is $70, side is $60, and the balcony is $50. And so part one of this question asks us to do the budgeted and actual sales mix percentages. So we're given a number of details here. Budgeted seats are 90% center, 80% side, and 85% balcony. Actual was 95, 85, and 75. So we need to calculate that to calculate those differences. And so we start with the budgeted seats. And that would be for the center, side, and balcony. And so the budgeted is 2,000. So this is the total seats actually. The side is 2,500 and the balcony is 3,000. The budgeted percentage was 90%, 80%, and 85% on that. So the budgeted sales is going to be 90% of 2,000 is 1,800. 80% of 2,500 is 2,000. And 85% of 3,000 is 2,550 on that. So now when we calculate that all out, we add this all up and we get 6,350. So when we divide 1,800 by 6,350, we get 28.3465%. We get for 2,000 divided by 6,350, we get 31.4961%. And for the balcony, 2,550 divided by the 6,350, we get 40.1575%. Now our actual sales over here was 95%, 85%, and this is given to us in the problem, and 75%. So when we multiply this out, the 2,000 times the 95%, we get 1,900. 85% times 2,500, we get 2,125. And 75% times 3,000 is 2,250. And so our sales mix on that is going to be 30.2789%. This one will be 33.8645%. And the last one is 35.8566%. All right. So that calculates our budgeted and our actual sales mix. And then part two asks us for the budgeted and average contribution margin per seat. Okay, so I'm sorry, the budgeted average contribution margin per seat. And so on part two, we're just going to take that right there, the 1,800, the 2,000, and the 2,550. We're going to multiply that times the contribution margin of 70, 60, and 50. And again, that is given to us in the problem for a total contribution margin of 126,000 for the center seats, 120,000 for the side seats, and 127,500 for the balcony. Add that all together, we get a total contribution margin of 373,500. We divide that by the 6,350 seats we calculated up here. And we get an average contribution margin of $58.82 per seat. All right, so that takes care of number two. On number three, part three, it asks us for the total sales quantity variance and the total sales mix variance. Okay, so the quantity variance our budgeted seats, our actual seats was 6,275, and we just repeat that 3 times, 6,275, 6,275. That's our total sales. Our budget was 6,350, so we were a total of 75 seats short. So the difference is, delta's difference is 75, and that is a minus. On that. Times, and that now we go to the budgeted, all the way back up here, we go to the budgeted amount. So that's going to be times 28.3465%. This will be times 31.4961% and times 40.1575%. We then multiply that. Times the contribution margin. And we're going to get 1,488 because this is negative, this is unfavorable. This one is going to be 1417. Again, this is negative, so this is unfavorable. And this one is going to be 1506. Again, unfavorable. Add that all up. 4,411 unfavorable. All right, so that's based on the fact that we sold 75 seats less than we expected. However, we want to do the sales mix variance. Okay, and so now we're going to do these percentages the actual percentages, which is going to be 30.2789 minus the budget of 28,3465, giving us a difference of 0.019324. On the side seats, our actual sales were 33.8645 as a percentage, right? And we were budgeted at 31.4961, and that gives us a difference of 0.023685. And finally, for the balcony, our actual was 35.8566. Our budgeted was 40.1575. And for a difference of 0.043009, and that's a negative on that. Now, we will multiply each of these times the actual quantity sold, 62.75. And then we will multiply that times the budgeted contribution margin of 70, 60, and 50. And when we multiply that all out, so the difference times the actual sales times the contribution margin, we get 8,488 favorable. We get 8,917 favorable. And we get 13,494 unfavorable, for a total of 3,911 favorable. All right, finally, part 4 asks us for the total sales volume variance. And to do that, we combine these two together. And so for the center, we get 8,488 favorable plus 1,488 unfavorable, nets us with 7,000 favorable. For the side, we're going to have 8917 favorable plus 1417 unfavorable, gives us 7,500 favorable. And for the balcony, we're going to have 13,454 unfavorable plus 1506 unfavorable. So now we add those two together and we get 15,000 unfavorable. Add those all together, we get 500 unfavorable. So the reality is we sold $500 less in tickets than we thought we would sell. Our budget, which honestly is not that bad to be off by $500 total, but it's the mix that was different. And so So when we're looking at the future, we were selling more of the center and more of the side and less of the balcony. We may want to raise those prices a little bit for the center and the side and lower the cost for the balcony and or keep the balcony the same. Those are questions that we have to raise on this kind of problem. So that is exercise 16-39.